New tonight, the president's administration appealing the new extension to the 2020 census schedule. A judge's ruling extended the deadline to the end of October. The judge said ending the national head count in September is likely to produce inaccurate numbers about historically undercounted groups, including minorities and immigrants.
And concerns of undercounting people rising to the forefront tonight in Kansas City, Missouri. 41 Action News reporter Nick Starling explains why.
Downtown Kansas City has changed a lot in the past decade, especially when it comes to the number of apartments that have popped up. But there's concern from some that not everybody living in them will be counted for the census.
It's just as important as voting. It may be even more important.
It took me about 3 minutes.
It's an easy process, but somehow thousands have not filled out their census.
If we undercount anywhere, that means that we could potentially lose out on millions of dollars.
That's important, as the census determines not just the number of people living in our community, but how much money will flow into the city for services, and also the makeup of political boundaries, such as congressional districts. KCMO City Councilman Eric Bunch is concerned, as he tells us he's been told by census workers they're being denied in the many downtown apartment buildings.
We had something like 8,000 individual cases, and those are generally doors, most of which, all of which were in multifamily buildings, who were not being given access, whether they couldn't get anyone to open the door for them, or the property management was flat out refusing to allow them in.
According to documents 41 Action News obtained, Cordish Properties, which owns 1 and 2 Light, has over 200 cases of units not filling out the census. The company responded back to us. Census workers have had access to both of our buildings, and we have responded to the request for information. There's another 200 plus cases at the Union Apartments by the riverfront. Port KC contacted the building's management and responded by saying they have been working together to collect accurate census data for the riverfront, including by providing building access. And about 40 cases at the courthouse lofts, who they too also denied any reports of not letting census workers inside. It is federal law to allow census workers into these buildings.
We're not going to have anything to show for it if we're not allowing our census workers to do their jobs.
Reporting in Kansas City, Nick Starling, 41 Action News.